to look at the dynamic of power and the dynamic of control, because the two are linked, and there are those out there that believe that they don't have power unless they have control. and so and so we've been presented, energetically, spiritually, whatever you want to call it, we've been presented with a perspective of our world, and how power works, and how trust works. The governing mind that sets all these systems, energetic systems and structures in place to reinforce the perspective. So, and then once everyone has the perspective, then they begin to reflect that perspective energetically, and through the consciousness, and through their energetic transmission. And so we are, as a collective, running a program about power, and we are running a program about control, and we are running a program also about acceptance, and we're running a program also about surrender. And those programs about acceptance and surrender, and those sorts of things, those are the programs that we are going to begin to discover through the discovery of self, through the heart evolution. The evolution of the heart energy leads us into more expansive perspectives of consciousness, of energy, of what we are, of how we turn up in the world. We are the soul energy of the world. We are part of that soul energy. When we are look for the self, we're all doing that. We're all looking for the self. The self is within, of course, but also we are the collective self. We are the reflection of one another. And so whatever program is running, that's what we're dealing with. We need to start to look at our world from a spiritual perspective, because there are spiritual principles that need to be established within the reflection of our world. There needs to be balance, and there needs to be trust. And so these things are brought into the existence of our world through our own energy, because we are the transmission, we are channelers, we are the transmission, we are the transmitters, we are the ones that hold the heart energy. That is the place of creation. That's where everything is either integrated or released or whatever. It all comes up and out of the heart energy. And so because of this, we as a collective are finding a different form of speak, and I call this spiritual speak. Spiritual speak is when we begin to connect to the spiritual language, which is the language of the heart. Okay, and when we can connect to that heart energy, and we can begin to speak, we can begin to connect to those the spiritual heritage that is connected to us, the spiritual world that is connected to us. the guidance, the higher mind, the way forward, all these sorts of things, they come out of heart energy. And so the evolution of heart energy is about us discovering energetic dynamics and patterns of energetic dynamics that exist within our world, and discovering the ones that we want to hold on to, and the ones that we want to let go of. Because ultimately, until we actually realize that, yes, we are the consciousness, and yes, we are the energy, we are the energy and the consciousness of the world. We are the collective. We are the collective heart. We are the collective consciousness. Okay. So when we begin to move into a position where we are creating an interconnected transmission of energy and of consciousness that belongs to the governance of the spiritual principle. These are the principles by which we live. That we bring the shift. So we're no longer living by fear, living by resistance or judgment. We live by the spiritual principle. Transmit these principles so that we as the collective can begin to unite as a collective, as a body, as a heart, and as a house, and can begin to introduce the way in which we want to see our new world. And that's about vision. Accepting that we are powerful, accepting that we actually need them to take responsibility for what we're creating, and all those sorts of things. So that is what it means to begin to awaken. You're awakening to the responsibility that we are awakening to, the responsibility that we each have in the creation of our world. And it's important stuff. It's really important. Heart energy. When our heart energy evolves, that means we are driving the consciousness, and we are driving the energy, and we are no longer under energetic programs and patterns. We are entering into heart. Okay. And so when we enter into heart, there needs to be an environment that is supportive and that offers the balanced energetic exchange of trust, which means that both perspectives are accepted. Okay, and through the balancing out of each perspective, we find the unity, the oneness. Because when I give you the freedom to choose for yourself through your own guidance system, what you choose, the principle by which you choose to live, the expression of heart that you make in this world, and that is freedom. Okay, that is freedom. And so when for the heart energy, for the evolution of that heart energy to occur, we need to have within the common unity of that heart, that spiritual principle that provides support and acceptance, total acceptance. Because we need to accept that within all of us, we have inherited both light. When you find your spirit, you find yourself, you find your heart, you find your reflection. And you can begin to channel and deeply to energies that are connected to your evolution. You begin to feel the spiritual support. and you begin to move into different energies other than fear. Fear, we've done fear for a long time, and resistance and judgment. We've done it for a long time. That cycle is ending. We're coming into a new cycle, and so that's the heart evolution cycle. We have lived under the shadow. Part of that heart evolution is recognizing actually there is a vision. There is a vision that is deep within us all. We just have to find it. That comes through the soul evolution as we begin to release old energies, old patterns of consciousness, old shadows, and we come into more awareness. And to be more spiritual is to be more self-aware. And we can't be more self-aware unless we self-reflect, unless we go, what is my responsibility? I am here as a soul expression of energy. And I take the directive of that transmission from my higher self. We've experienced that imbalanced energetic exchange. It's not based on trust. We've felt